Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with Pacific Nut Producer Magazine, reporting to you here today with Chad Cleveland from Ahualoa Family Farms in Hawaii. Macadamia grower and processor. Wanted to talk with you about a serious issue that Hawaii macadamia growers and our companies over there are dealing with. Foreign competition and labeling. A little bit of deception as far as with these foreign macadamias coming in, I'm sure at a cheaper price. Is starting to put some people out of business over there. Can you tell us about it?
No, absolutely. The last few years, Kenya in particular, some other foreign countries have been expanding their macadamia nut production. And this last year, most of their trees came into production and they dumped the world market, a lot of nuts on the world market, and it plummeted the prices of macadamias all over the world. We are a small value-added processor. We have a value-added line, so it didn't affect us as much because we're 100% Hawaiian grown macadamia nuts. But when it comes to shelf competition in the stores, our package of 100% Hawaiian grown nuts are sitting right next to some of these other large household name Hawaiian brands that are using imported foreign macadamia nuts inside their packaging. The packaging is pretty Hawaiian looking, inspired by the islands, the names and all that, but nowhere on it does it actually say where the nuts are from. So it's really deceptive, unfortunate for the consumer, thinking they're supporting and eating a Hawaiian grown macadamia nut when they really aren't. The other negative part of that is Hawaiian macadamia nuts are far superior to the rest of the world due to our climate and our soils. It has a rich, buttery taste, unlike production anywhere else in the world, Australia, anywhere. And so when someone's eating these nuts they think are from Hawaii, now they're getting an inferior nut. Also, leaves a bad taste in their mouth, no pun intended. So it's a big issue. Because of that, these big processors or brands are no longer purchasing Hawaiian macadamia nuts, or at least purchasing very little. So with that decrease in demand, we had a big issue this last year where farmers had no one to sell their nuts to, and the price of macadamia has plummeted about 50% from last year to this. So this year, a lot of farmers had chosen not to even harvest, let the nuts rot in the field, and it's really putting a lot of people out of business and affecting the entire industry, which is, all farming has its up and downs, but this is a big struggle, and the deceptiveness to the consumer is what's, really not fair, but it trickles down to everyone, the processor, our brand, the farmers, everyone in Hawaii.
Well, that's definitely a big problem, and not be able to harvest something that you've been putting, your input costs into planning for all season. That's really difficult. So we certainly feel for you guys, and we know there's been a movement to change some of the laws. There's been some listening sessions, I understand. Can you tell us about kind of where that's going and what the goal is to protect the future of Hawaii macadamia growers?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, actually, right now, actively, we have some bills. The Hawaii Macadamia Nut Association is, we're trying to band together to have origin labeling on macadamia nuts. So what that would require is all brands to have country of origin of where the nuts are from. That now the consumer, understands, and it's transparent what they're actually getting in their package. So that'll help us out tremendously as we can actually promote and market and be proud of the 100% Hawaiian grown macadamia nuts, which are the best in the world.
Now, you'd figure something like that would already be the law in this day and age. Now, is this something just for Hawaii, or is this something you think that might even make a difference for other commodities in the nation?
Yeah, I'm not extremely well versed in all the legal side of it, but you would think. I know there are, certain country of origin, laws. There's a lot of labeling laws out there on packaging that you don't realize. It's pretty strict. You would think it would be a thing, or even what's happening now could be prevented. Similar thing happened with coffee, the Kona coffee, a few years back. So we're kind of following by their example on what they did to support and protect the industry. So yeah.
Well, really appreciate you sharing this with us, and I would definitely hope that things do improve there. You didn't even mention, but I think food safety is also an important aspect of this too. I mean, because you have the most quality, Hawaii macadamia nut versus some other country it's coming from. But also, I think the food safety practices are something that's definitely more trusted in the States, than in say Kenya, you mentioned.
Yeah, no, sure. Food safety, again, just the integrity of that nut and protecting what we have and truly value, but not only the food safety side, but, the quality, the age, how old is that nut? What season was it from? There's just so many different things, and we really pride ourselves on having, not only the best nuts because of where and how they're grown, but the freshness of them, the quick turnaround, and all that. It really makes a difference in something that's just being, mass produced in a foreign country where just production, getting that penny is all that, they really care about. And unfortunately, these big brands care about, and where the quality, the flavor isn't necessarily their highest concern, and the safety portion of it. So, yeah.
Great. Well, thank you for taking the time. Read more about these things in Pacific Nut Producer Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, PacificNutProducer.com.